I was taking supplements just to increase my lifts and recover faster. Uh, Creatine was a big one that I liked the effects that it gave me. Pre-workout, I wouldn't step into a gym without taking it. I was taking a PT test and I was getting muscle spasms in my back, and I noticed next week that my urine was getting really dark, yellow. It just wasn't normal for me. I never had a problem hydrating. I drank plenty of water. So I went in, did more tests, and they said that my bilirubin levels were higher, which was indicative of a liver problem. And I just started doing a whole gamut of tests. Every day I was giving blood, just running more and more tests, and I just kept steadily going downhill. After my symptoms didn't go away and I kept getting worse and worse, they sent me to a hepatologist, which is a liver specialist at Fort Gordon, Georgia. And he determined that it was what he called drug-induced liver cholestasis. And basically, I had gotten a bad batch of supplements. We didn't know which one it was. Once I got to the hospital and it was time for the biopsy, at that point I was pretty bad, and my wife was pretty concerned. And at that point, I felt like this is pretty serious, and the hepatologist, he told me if I didn't get any better and my levels went any higher, if something didn't happen very soon, then my next step was going to be to go to Piedmont or Emory in Atlanta and get put on a transplant list, and I would have to get another liver. The whole episode from start to finish was probably about 4 months, and I've lost about 30 pounds over the course of it. It just really set me back. I'm just now getting back to where I can work out in the gym again and lift close to the same weights. And now I take no supplements. I work out all natural. The doctors were telling me how they're completely unregulated. Not even the companies making the supplements know exactly what they're putting in and exactly what amounts. And then I went to the performance triad class and found out even more about just how common this happens, how there's third-party testing that you can find out and research about what's actually going into your supplements, how to read the labels to find out which ways that they're making this stuff and what they're putting in it. I think the performance triad was important because soldiers just kind of go with what I call bro science. They just listen to what their buddy tells them, and he works out and he has big muscles, so he obviously knows what he's talking about, but nobody really understands the science behind what they're doing. Everything that they say, from proper nutrition, proper rest, proper recovery, the right amount of activity, is good for them to put that out there and give a baseline for a soldier, because a lot of the stuff they're going to pick up, you don't know who they're learning it from or what they're telling them, and they could just be sending them down a completely wrong path. I can't think of having a beer with friends without thinking, how's this going to affect my liver, because there is permanent damage from it. And things like that stick out to me now, and it's going to be with me for the rest of my life.